Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Living On with Kate. Today I am at the Balloon Museum, which is a new art installation in Chicago. It is interactive and it's supposed to be tons of fun. Come with me. So the first installation that we're seeing is called Airship Orchestra. So you see it's a bunch of different creatures and the music is a 20-person choir. So the exhibit or the installation is supposed to urge you to walk through and feel this sense of wonderment, and then you're getting the sensory overload from the colors and the choir. So let's see and go have an experience. It's so cool. The music is coming from inside the bubble. So the exhibit is called Aeroton, and it's merging the Greek words aero for air and then ton, which means sound. So the collection is a breathable symmetry of sound and serenity. So there's beds that are fur covered that are going to elicit a certain comfort. And then it also depicts stability with these rising and falling columns. So what you perceive as chaos is actually something that's supposed to bring and elect calmness. Oh, God, no, stick it, no, ow. So what's happening here is you see it's inflating and then it's gonna deflate. I think I need one of these for my house. It's very cozy. I'm waiting for the deflate. Oh yeah. So this next exhibit is called ADA and it's considered visitor activated. So it's made with a cylindrical PVC balloon and charcoal. And so what it does is it actually is connected to the ceiling, but it's actually able to be mobile, and it's inspired by nanobiotechnology and what's called a post-industrial creature. It's very cool. Let's see. So there's charcoal that's attached to this balloon. So we're actually creating the artwork by pushing the balloon around and it's painting as it goes. See? It's the charcoal. So this next exhibit is called The Cube Abyss, and it's made by Cyril Lancelin. It relates to anxiety about the unknown and the interactiveness of what a labyrinth is. It creates an abyss of cubes and mimics the ocean depths, and it's supposed to help relieve anxiety. So it's cool because the audio of this exhibit kind of mimics not necessarily ocean noises, but it gives an element of the unknown where you hear serene noises, then you'll hear a crack, but somehow you're still comfortable being in this labyrinth. This next exhibit is called The Ergonaut, and it depicts a person with disabilities lying down in a vibrant Gulliver. One of the most beautiful things that I read is it says, according to the artist, the world can be changed one mad artwork at a time. So it's a beautiful way to traverse all the faces and the beautiful colors, and the artwork's actually collaborated with people with disabilities. So I'm really excited to see this one. So this one's called Synchronized Chaos, and it depicts a myriad of different faces, and it's supposed to demonstrate the intrinsic complexity of the human existence and our minds. So I really am excited about this one. It's gorgeous, and the emotion that it's going to depict is trust, as we should have trust in other humans and the process of human creation and existence. So the next installation is called Hyperfeeling, and it's supposed to encapsulate all human emotions. It has a huge ball pool that we can jump in, a bunch of latex balls that you can touch and feel, and like I said, it's supposed to elect all emotions. So let's see what it brings out of me. So this is a ball pit with over 3 million balls. This is the immersive experience, and then you see the balloons all on the ceiling. I'm a little out of breath from digging in these balls, I'm not gonna lie. That's what she said. So the show was really cool. If you've ever seen Fantasia, a classic, it was something very similar to that with a lot of like ASMR imagery. Sometimes it was depicting like a single person walking away, and then a lot of times it was pulling out mushrooms and a lot of different characters with the music to match, evoking a host of different emotions. It was exceptionally cool and, like I said, nostalgic of bringing back Fantasia. I felt like a child again. So this next exhibit is called A Quiet Storm, where we are going to be completely engulfed in darkness while balloons or bubbles disperse over us. And it's supposed to depict time slowing down with the removing of stimuli. And immediately it made me think of when as a darkroom photographer working in the darkroom, I loved being absent of light and allowing my other senses to kick in. So I'm hoping to elect the same experience. So this is by a Japanese artist. It's called Cannonballs. The emotion that it's going to depict is going to be anger, and it represents a bunch of different mischievous or mythical monsters. So the emotion of this one is amazement and wonder, but it's called the Playground of Love. I'm assuming because you want to romp around in there. So let's get to it. This is by far my favorite exhibit. It's called the Invisible Ballet. At any moment, the air is going to pick up and all the balloons are going to cycle around us. It makes you feel like you're in a whirlwind. It's a wonderful, it's an emotional era feeling. I'm so excited. Here it goes. The Jingos. They're inflatable, heavy, durable things with eyes. So they're little creatures that you can play. Oh my God, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Living Well with Kate. I hope you were able to experience a fraction of what this Blue Museum had to offer. If nothing else, the Invisible Ballet was epic. It's gonna take me a little bit to decompress. I'm feeling a lot oversensory. It was so beautiful. If you have an opportunity, check out a Blue Museum. Always remember, when you live better, you live well. I'll see you next time.